He is a very important part of Gujarat Titans setup. Joining me, of course, at this moment is Rashid Khan. Rashid, firstly, thank you so much for being here on the Times Network.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Rashid, I want to start by asking you, Gujarat Titans, a roller coaster ride. How are you looking at it at this point? There is still a long way to go to turn it around.
Well, it is. I think a long way still to go, more than half games left. And I think we have started well. It's not about like we have 3 of 6 games, but those games we lost is how we played, and I think we could have done better than that. So it's just about like how we take the rest of the games, and we take the positive from the first 6 games, and yeah, I think so far a good start. We're looking forward, to have the last part as good as we had in the last previous couple of years.
Well, absolutely. But Rashid, something that I want to ask you about is the bowlers in this T20 format, and especially in IPL 2024. We are seeing, scores of 250 plus. We are seeing 540 runs being scored in 40 overs. Do you think it is a nightmare for the bowlers, the way this tournament is going and how the batsmen are just hitting?
Well, it is, batsmen are hitting, they're not coming easy on the bowlers, and they're going
Yeah.
hard. But the thing is, as a bowler, you need to think what is the solution. You can't be just making the excuse of the wicket in the pitch in the ground. That is something which is not under the control for me.
Yes.
Is for me will be like to find the solution. What can I do the best? What is my best ball? As a fast bowler, how many Yorkers I can bowl in one over, and how much control do I have to bowl those over Yorkers? And that is something we need to do as a bowlers, rather than to talk about, okay, the wicket is flat and the ground is small. That is something which is not controllable. And for me is to find the solution. That solution can be only found when you practice and when you have those skills where you can deliver the best. Still the bowlers taking 5 wickets. We have seen Jasprit Bumrah, he has been bowling amazingly,
Uh,
and I think he has that control over his
Absolutely.
skills where he is, wherever he wants to bowl, he can bowl that. If he wants to bowl a Yorker, a slow one, whatever he wants, I think it's more about like, how much control you have over your skills when you are delivering under the pressure. And I think we as a bowlers, it is quite tough. But the thing is, if we keep that in the mind, definitely the result doesn't come on your way. As long we work hard, and we make ourselves mentally and physically well prepared for the game, I think some days it might not go, but most of the time it will be in our side.
And there have been two big developments as far as Gujarat Titans is concerned this year. One, of course, being Shubman Gill leading the team. Tell me about that. And second, are you missing Mohammad Shami?
Yeah, Shubman Gill, he has been leading amazingly so far, and it's so good, the youngster coming up, taking that responsibility, not only leading the team but leading from the front, scoring runs in taking team to the victory, and in setting up the base for us, especially for the batting unit, starting up and giving that base, and then leading the team as well. I think for a youngster like him, it's not an easy job to do, but the way he handled it so far, and he has been delivering amazingly, and he has been very calm and cool inside the field as well. Whenever they're fielding, I think he remained very calm and cool for the bowlers, and that's something as a bowler you want from the skipper, to be calm and cool and giving you that all support and motivation inside. And secondly, definitely, Shami Bhai, we do miss him a lot. But you're someone like giving us that best start with the new ball, and and it does make your job as a spinner a little bit easier as well when you're bowling in the middle, and you get that good start with the new ball. So yeah, we do miss him, but injury is a part of this cricket, and I think we all been through those injuries, and I wish him a speedy recovery, and we hopefully see him back in action soon.
Rashid, Maxwell was speaking about how it is important to keep yourself mentally refreshed as well when it's a tournament as long as IPL is. Of course, it's close to 2 months. So, how important do you think that is? Not just physical fitness, but also mental fitness.
Well, it's just about you need to enjoy. It's not about like if you don't enjoy, that's something where the mental things comes out, and you don't perform well, and you don't like, feel that to be delivering the best. I think cricket is all about, that's what we love it, like, to be in the ground and performing it. Sometimes you do perform, sometimes you don't perform, and those days comes on anyone, but you have to learn from those days, and you keep moving. You have to face those challenges, tough days, and that's where you become the best player. Because no, good times, everyone will be good and will be enjoying, will be smiling. But when the bad time comes, you have to, people need to see how you react to that. And if we let ourselves down to that time, then what we, I think, giving the message to the youngsters, like, and for me will be like, yes, if I have a tough time, tough tour going on, it is very hard, but most important thing is how you keep yourself. And but we all love this game. That's why we started this game, that we love this game. We want to play, even if it's bad days, good days, we still want to play. We want to keep improve day by day. But it is quite important, long tournament. But most important thing is how you maintain yourself, when you get the success, when you don't get the success. That is something which is very important. When you get the success, how you remain, and when you don't, how you remain. I feel like if you keep the same consistency with both, when you're performing, when you're not, I think that's where the pressure becomes less on you. So for me, is always just keep it simple. If I'm performing, if I'm giving 100% in the ground, and if it's not coming out, I can't do anything about it. But as long if I'm giving 100%, I'm preparing well for the game and doing my practice and everything. I think that's more than enough for me, rather than to think too much about why this is not happening, that is not happening. And yeah, but it's just about enjoyment. We need to we keep smiling, keep enjoying, and keep entertaining the crowd.
I think that's a beautiful message for all the youngsters also who would be listening to you. Before I let you go, one final question. Could you describe what it means to play in the IPL for not just you, but for the entire Afghanistan players? I remember a time when there were just one or two of you, but now we have more than that, and all of you get the same amount of love in India as well.
It is quite amazing, like, to have 7 to 8 or 9 players from Afghanistan playing in the IPL. And 5, 6, 7 years before, even 1 or 2 players of them may not be were there. And now, the guys keep coming, and to different teams, which is a very great sign for the cricket of Afghanistan. That the youngs are coming up and they're playing in one of the biggest league, IPL, and they're getting that opportunity where they can improve their cricket more and more. So it's a big stage here. I think might be a little bit easy for you to get here, but I think it's the challenge starts from here, how you maintain yourself at this level, at this league. It's not the matter of you come here for a year or two, how you keep yourself in this circle for longer period of time. That's where your cricket is going to improve more and more, and you learn more and more. You meet different coaches, and the players. You go through different times and different tough times where you keep learning and keep learning, and that's where your cricket becomes better and better. So I think, for them is now the best opportunity. That's what I'm always speaking. Whenever I meet them, I'm speaking to them like, this is the best opportunity for all of us, that we learn from here. We don't go from here without learning anything. That is the biggest stage for us, where we can learn, where we can improve our skills more and more, and then we can dominate everywhere we go. So this is the toughest time, toughest league, where you feel the pressure and everything to perform. But once you perform here, you do here, I think the other places looks much easier, like, and that's the kind of conversation mostly I have with them whenever I meet them. Learn as much as you can from here, and make sure you take the full, like, experience from here, and share the same experience back home with the young kids.
Rashid, thank you so much for this lovely interview and for the in-depth answers. Wish you all the best for the remainder of the tournament.
Thank you so much.